Hi, this is Don Samuels, 5th Ward City Council member in Minneapolis, and this is my weekly update address. And I wanted to share a few things with you about the Disparity study that was recently received by the city. The Disparity study was commissioned and received late last year, and it was to study the capacity or the ability of small women and minority businesses to participate equally in the business and the marketplace. The city's procurement process was studied to see how we did with small minority and women businesses, and also how the rest of the city fared. The study found that there was discrimination in that discrimination was a contributing factor in the inequitable outcomes for these businesses. The study really was trying to find out what happened since we made our changes in 1995 and set new goals. And what it found is that we had basically not done very well. And so we found out that both in the city and in the private sector beyond the city, discrimination was still at play. And in fact, it studied 701 subcontractors and 1,700 prime contractors, and found that there were 12% of available businesses for women and 21 for minorities to participate in the marketplace. So there was definitely grounds for us to have goals that matched or came close to those percentages. So this study made some recommendations. Some of those recommendations were women and minority based, and some of them were just general recommendations that were race or women neutral. The city then went out and had a couple meetings with the private sector, the small businesses, and with the community at large to unveil those findings and to get feedback from the community. Now we're taking those recommendations, and we're beginning a new phase of implementation of those recommendations. And I can assure you that the city is taking a much more attentive and supervisory role to make sure that these outcomes actually happen. You can expect that I will be keeping my eyes on the ball on this issue. And in fact, for the last few years I've been pushing on this issue because I've had so many anecdotal stories from small contractors and subcontractors, minorities, who said that the playing field was just not level. The study has borne that out. We have a huge responsibility, and the study also demonstrated that even if we do our best, that's still not going to be enough. The private sector and beyond the city, everybody's going to have to be really conscientious to understand that there's something happening in the city of Minneapolis that is chronic, and it is really ingrained in the way we do business, and it's time for a change. So I encourage you to look and to continue to ask questions, hold us accountable, because we have a responsibility to you. Thank you, and have a good week.